What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So we got a big dev stream tomorrow for Warframe, the Abyss of Dagath overview stream. This will be streamed live at 2 p.m. ET, and you will get a guaranteed Tau shard for watching this. And yes, that actually is real. DE is giving out Tau shards for watching streams now, so make sure you get a Twitch account linked and all that before you watch it. The video today will be going over a bunch of basically predictions as far as what we already know about the dev stream will be talked about, and some additional details, like basically guessing the little details that we've been wondering this whole time. It's all speculation and good fun, so this is not actually official information, just a reminder. But if you enjoy these types of videos, and you notice Warframe videos in general, make sure you're subbed to this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads. I'm going to be trying to have some new player guides in the next couple weeks. But mainly late game players, to be honest. So if you are in that mid game, late game kind of area, make sure you're subbed. Also, check out the live stream too. I'll be live streaming the official DE stream. You won't get Tau shards from watching my stream, unfortunately, but I'll be watching alongside you. And then look out on this channel a couple hours after that dev stream goes up. I'll have an overview video on this YouTube channel. So make sure you're, you know the stuff. Okay, let's get in there. So starting off the bingo card, I took this bingo list basically with what we already had in mind, what a lot of the devs already talk about on Twitter and on their streams and etc. etc. So let's start with the prediction for September 2023. All right, so right off the bat, this one might as well be in the free spot. Baldur's Gate joke. I know that two of the lead devs for Warframe are playing Baldur's Gate 3, and they joke about it a lot on Twitter. And usually these streams at least have a couple inside jokes. So I wouldn't be surprised if they made a couple jokes about certain Baldur's Gate characters, and then this, and then that, and then, there's probably just going to be a Baldur's Gate joke, is my opinion. So, first one on there, nothing involving Warframe at all, just a realistic look at how these streams usually play out. Let's move on to the first actual Warframe square on our bingo card, and that's going to be involving the Hydroid rework. All Hydroid augments changed. Hydroid is one of the worst frames in the game, for sure. He has, I think, 4 augments at least. And, at least besides, like, Pilfering Swarm, which gives you extra loot, they don't really do a ton. One of them gives Corrosive Procs. Corrosive Procs haven't been good since, like, 2019. They're usable, but they're not really exactly the best. They can no longer remove enemy armor fully. So I'm expecting Corroding Barrage to get changed. I'm expecting Curative Undertow, I think it's called, get changed. And then what's the other one? I can't remember the names of the other ones. Pilfering Swarm, and then a couple other ones too. I'm expecting those to get changed. I'm expecting big things for Hydroid. I'm expecting him to be, honestly, like, maybe not Garuda tier, but, like, pretty close. Like, he's getting reworked by Pablo, who's the designer that designed Garuda, Harrow, Nidus, Saren Prime, current version. I think he did Zephyr's rework too, so he's pretty good at reworks. Very good at reworks, actually. So let's hope that he works his magic with Hydroid so we can get that really awesome pirate frame. Very powerful too. Moving on, we got, this is going to involve Dagath, the new frame we know is coming out with this update. And that's going to be my prediction that she will require a new resource, a resource we have never seen before, a brand new JPEG image, and something that you pick up on probably like a Deimos mission, I'm guessing. I was actually looking earlier on Twitter. It looks like Rebecca is recording new Lotus voice lines for what she calls new missions in the Abyss of Dagath. So that is brand new information as of 20 minutes ago. She just tweeted that. So we might be getting new missions. We'll have to see. In those new missions, there could be new resources, though. But yeah, moving on to something that we already do know is happening for sure. We are getting built-in enemy radar for our characters. If you've played Warframe before, which you probably have watching this video, you might know that on the actual mini-map, you have no built-in radar to see where enemies are. The only time you ever see where an enemy is on your radar is if you basically had a enemy radar mod, like Animal Instinct on your companion or enemy radar on your frame. It will mark enemies on the mini-map. That is being changed. We will now have built-in enemy radar after this update, apparently. So how much it will be, we will have to see. I'm assuming it'll be like 10 meters maybe. But yeah, let's hope that it's good. If it's like really, really small, like if the enemy has to be literally next to you, I would not call that good. As long as it's like a decent range, I would say fill in that square. Moving on to the companion rework. First square for the companion rework. Hounds are good. Do you know what a hound is in Warframe? Well, a hound in Warframe is a robot dog that is very underwhelming and has extremely bad abilities. I've tried a lot to make them good. They have special weapons with ribbons available for them. They've got, they've got a lot of things that you can mod on them, and they're just not worth it at all. So this companion rework is supposed to give them give companion survivability in general. That's one of their problems. I'm hoping for some ability reworks on hounds too to make them actually good, because it's an interesting idea, a robot dog that can kill stuff, but our robot dogs are not very good at killing stuff in Warframe, although they do look cool still. Moving on to the next one, we got new Nabarus items. So as this will be an October update, it will likely have Knights of Nabarus in it. And if you don't know what Knights of Nabarus is, it's basically what they used to kind of replace Plaguestar. Plaguestar is supposed to come back, by the way. I don't know what happened to the Plaguestar announcements. Plaguestar is supposed to come back, but yeah, we'll get Nabarus for sure in October, and I'm expecting at least a couple new things on Nabarus. Another Hydroid tile here. We got Hydroid Multiple Puddles. We don't know exactly what his rework will entail, besides getting a new passive and I believe a new ability. So one of my theories for Hydroid's rework, he'd get multiple puddles. He would no longer have to become the puddle. He could place the puddle on the ground. Basically have a Hydroid team, there's a bunch of water all over the place, enemies are slipping and falling into the puddle, whatever ends up happening. So if he has a bunch of area control, that could be a way that they could go about it. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with Hydroid. He's definitely more of an area control frame, but he doesn't have that much area he can control, and his control of the area is really bad too, so we'll have to see. Moving on to another one with Dagath. Dagath, so apparently she's going to be horse-themed. I'm predicting one of her abilities will turn her into a horse, or more like a headless horseman, like centaur situation. So if one of her abilities turns into a horse, that would be kind of cool. But it sounds like Yoreli 2.0, where you're trying to go through your mission as a K-Drive, but now you're going through as a horse instead. And Titania is just laughing at the extraction already because she flew through the whole mission. So we'll have to see about that. Xylock and Masseter Prime stats. I don't know if they're going to show these to us, but I think the Masseter Prime needs some serious buffs, or a new gimmick altogether to actually get considered in the slightest. As it's just a generic great sword with, I think, impact and slash, no puncture, and it gives Grendel knockdown resistance or something random like that. Really not things that are exciting, so they're going to be big stat bumps. The Xylock Prime at least is going to have an Incarnon, but yeah, it's not really phenomenal, unfortunately. Moving on, Yoreli Deluxe in-game. This is also going to go with another one later, Sevagoth Deluxe in-game. We saw Yoreli Deluxe at TennoCon, and basically, I don't know when it's going to come out, but hey, a new Deluxe skin could be nice for people that want to maybe try out Yoreli, that thinks she looks dumb the way she is right now. And same with Sevagoth, maybe you think Sevagoth looks dumb, you need a Deluxe skin. Those were shown at TennoCon. I don't know when they're getting released, so that one might be a little bit shaky on the bingo card, but hey, there's technically a chance. Next one, OP new mods for companions. We know the companions are getting new mods. We just don't know how good they're actually going to be. So if they end up being OP, they're probably going to need to be for a companion rework in 2023, you can fill in that square. Maybe a mod where the companion can open a buddy door for you. Maybe a mod where the companion can remove enemy overguard or something. They could definitely make lots of customization here, and they're really weak. So yeah, I'm expecting big things in this companion rework. Another one, this is definitely copium, but hey, I think that the D should do this more often. New Incarnon Genesis. There is literally no information about this at all. It's completely guesswork, but I think that new Incarnon Genesis drops are really fun. I liked how they buffed the Anku one a bunch. I like the Boar Incarnon. The Angstrom Incarnon, I like that one too. The other two, kind of whatever to me. But hey, I think they should do new Incarnons every 3 or 4 months. Honestly, every time a new Prime Access comes out, it goes 5 new Incarnons too. Is that too much? But yeah, if they add any new Incarnons or show any new Incarnons or hint at any new Incarnons, fill that one in. The free space is free, as you can see. Basically, get a Tau Shard, and you can fill in your free spot for the bingo card. Another one, cross-save info. Hey, I'm not letting up on this one, DE. You said cross-save before the end of the year, and we're not gonna forget about that. I know the end of the year still has another 3 months in it, basically, 2 months in it, basically. But yeah, I'm definitely expecting cross-save information at some point. Maybe they can say, hey, here's the background information stuff that we're doing for cross-save with Abyss of Dagath. Another one involving Abyss of Dagath, new Blade and Whip stance. There's only one Blade and Whip stance in the game. It's called Defiled Snapdragon, and Dagath's special new weapon, or rather her signature weapon, will be a Blade and Whip. So, hey, DE, maybe buff the Blade and Whip stance that we have, or give us a new Blade and Whip stance. I know that the first one's probably going to be a lot more likely because you guys are using the mocap studio for WARFRAME is my guess. But yeah, new Blade and Whip stance would be great. You can honestly fill that one if they end up buffing the Blade and Whip stance too, because that's a lot more realistic. Smita and Panzer nerf. The two most powerful and used companions, the Smita Cat giving you double loot, and the Panzer Volpaphyla giving you viral procs and immortality. Those ones, I'm hoping that they're trying to buff other companions to that level, but let's be real here. There's definitely a chance the Smita buff gets nerfed. There's a chance that the viral procs maybe get nerfed from the Panzer. I think the Smita is more likely to get nerfed than the Panzer, but we will see. But reminder that every companion will come back from the dead, according to Pablo's words. So we'll have to see. If they end up announcing a nerf, I don't think they really announced a nerf. They probably announced a nerf on a dev post later after the stream. Announcing a nerf on a stream is never going to be a good look, in my opinion. But they might do it anyway. Another one with the Hydroid gets Overguard. We have a new mechanic in this game for frames called Overguard. Basically, take an example of Frost. Frost ability augment. Icy Avalanche gives you Overguard. When you have Overguard, you cannot be status proc. You cannot be knocked down. It's like an extra little bit of layer of health on top of your armor, or rather your shields and your health. And it can be nice for giving. It also gives you a brief period of invincibility. So if they give him that, they probably will give him that in some degree. There you go. He'll be more tanky. Maybe he can give his teammates some Overguard too. That works pretty well for Frost. So yeah, we'll have to see about Hydra. I think they're going to be doing something very wild with him, hopefully. Another one, Sevagoth Deluxe in game. Go along with the Ureli Deluxe in game. I don't know which one we'll be getting first, either Ureli or Sevagoth Deluxe. But I believe, didn't Sevagoth come out first? So maybe Sevagoth Deluxe first in game. But maybe they'll show it to us in the actual, game, like dev build of the game. Auto melee is restricted. So this is one of the features that a lot of people don't remember. That's coming in the update. It's going to be automatic melee. So that sounds like what it. I hope that sounds as good as it sounds, because that just sounds like hold on the button, melee as fast as possible. I'm expecting big restrictions on how this works, and they'll probably detail it on the stream. So if auto melee seems restrictive to you, fill in that square. New quest. I didn't have this one filled in here until Rebecca's tweet earlier. Rebecca is reporting new voice lines for some missions in Abyss of Dagath in her words. So if that's a new quest, cool. I thought Dagath was just going to be from a dojo room, but apparently not. She's going to have like a story and maybe some actual special missions. So that's interesting. Speaking of Dagath, Dagath's special weapon is mid. Again, if they don't rework or buff the Blade and Whip stance, this thing's going to need massively good stats or a ridiculously good gimmick to actually be even noticed. So Dagath's special weapon, I'm rooting for you, but probably not going to happen. Dagath is a jack of all trades. Don't you notice like a lot of these? Have you noticed a lot of these recent frames are like kind of like jack of all trades frames in some way? Like for example, on Varuna, she has a DPS ability, she has a health orbs ability, she has a status procer ability, and she has an invisibility ability. That's a lot of random stuff. And then looking at how about Citrine? Citrine can give orbs to her teammates. She can give status buffs to her teammates. She's a support technically. She can give DR to her teammates. She doesn't really have a DPS ability, but she's a support, and she has like a AoE CC red crit thing. Those are kind of jack of all trades in my opinion. And then Kalervo is really just a melee focused frame, so he's not exactly a great example. I'm expecting a jack of all trades out of Dagath. If she's full DPS, that would be cool, but I'm expecting something like Sevagoth, honestly, where it's like, oh yeah, you could technically nuke stuff down in the steel path with these abilities, but you're more of just like a tanky, kind of like bruiser character. That's what I'm expecting with Dagath. I'm not expecting her to be like a min-maxed DPS or a min-maxed like support. I'm expecting her to be in the middle a little bit, kind of like how we get a lot of the frames nowadays. So after they show the abilities, we'll probably know exactly how that works. Another one with Hydroid. This is just Hydroid guesswork. Hydroid doing big damage. I don't know about that, but maybe the Kraken can start cracking some skulls, but they need to do some serious changes to make the Kraken actually powerful. I'm talking like maybe damage type changes, big number changes, scaling changes of how it works with power strength. I'm expecting Hydroid to steal the show, and he better do it, or why do we even bother making this Hydroid rework? Should have been a Naros instead, but yeah. Hydroid doing big damage, let's hope that that's the case. Dagath requires a new dojo room. This could be in the free one, probably. because, you know, if they're making new missions, they're probably going to make it where there's a new resource in these missions that makes us go to this new Dagath, what's it called? Dagath's Crypt or something in your dojo, a new dojo room you have to build. She's probably going to be in there. I don't know what else will be in there. Maybe her weapon and her. That's it. And that's unfortunate for your dojo, but that's probably how D is going to do it, so just keep that in mind. And for the final one, the Dagath release dates. Will they announce the release date for this update on the dev stream? I hope so. It will be in October is my guess. Not even a guess. That's very, very likely at this point from what they've been saying in the past. So that's basically my bingo card, guys. We got the stream coming out in less than 24 hours. But I want to make sure I got this out. I will be live on stream, you know, live reacting to all this stuff. If you want to open another tab and watch their stream for Tau Shards, then hang out with me on my stream. That's also something you technically do. But yeah, make sure you guys got your account linked for those Tau Shards tomorrow, okay? I'll be there with you. Hopefully I get a red or a yellow one, not a blue one. But hey, I'll take a blue one too. So appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys on stream tomorrow. I'll see you with videos tomorrow. And I really appreciate it, guys. Take it easy. Peace.